and go on
from Dragon Ball Z, and you're listening to the Monsters with Attitude podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, embrace the attitude! Yeah!
Hi, this is Alan Henry. I play King Kong and Sky King in the Monsterverse, and you're listening to the Monsters with Attitude podcast. So, like, comment, and subscribe, and remember, embrace the attitude, yeah!
Oh, God, get that damn Oompa Loompa Kappa bullshit out of here.
Train conductor says no.
Oh, my God. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon or evening, I guess.
Said I quit. Somebody can take my spot. I'm retiring from the MWA. Can you see my eye freaking out? Look at that. It's closed. I'm having a stroke. It's closing on its own. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. We're hello, Gojira 851 jumping in the chat.
Matt, what's going on, man?
Hello, Matt.
Robert, what is going on?
Robert Kennedy, the man, the
Hello,
myth,
Robert.
the legend.
Oh yeah, we are here to celebrate the arrival of our MinusGojis, and obviously you can see 3 of us in the group so far has got ours. Mine actually arrived today. I think Adrian, yours arrived today too.
Yep.
And then Joe, yours luckily arrived Friday or Saturday.
It was Friday. I think it was Friday.
Oh, Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday or Saturday. I honestly don't remember which one. I just know that it was before you guys because I'm better. So
Yeah, you suck.
Oh, it's because I'm
You
with the
live
put my
closer to the
incorrect
distribution
address.
center. Okay, that's it. That's all.
I pulled some strings in the the post office.
In your career, and it's like, bam, it's there. Well, yeah, we just kind of want to jump on here and just kind of talk about the figure a little bit and just kind of give our first impressions and show them off. And kind of give, honestly, I would say this is the first of probably, a few this year that could be figure of the year, honestly. I know this was one of mine going to be figure of the year this year. I think there's a few others. Oh, the Cybot 84 is going to be another one. What else? What else am I missing? What else was coming out that was huge this year?
Obviously, we're not counting reissues, so that takes on.
Like the FSL Gappa that's coming out is going to be freaking amazing.
Well, any X-plus at all, I would have to definitely give some of the hype to King of Mons from Ultraman. That's definitely one of the ones for me personally that I'm very excited for. And then the Easy Hobby X-plus collab of Space Godzilla. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, gotcha.
Baggin.
Baggin. Yep.
From
I'm trying to think of what else. What else is going to?
Not Ichiban. What's that little show called?
Oh, Gojiban.
Gojiban. Thank you. I keep saying Ichiban. Gojiban. Yeah. So that's definitely something I'm excited for.
Yeah, the whole Gappa thing came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Kind of like we kind of knew about it, but like we didn't know about it. Like when we saw like the proto, where like, especially me, I was super fucking jacked.
Yeah.
And now we just got the painted release of it and everything. That's on the Japanese Rick site right now, just waiting for the US. And you know, honestly, they do this every damn year. Right before G-Fest, they drop a figure that I absolutely need to get without fail. And then I have to get it because I can't miss out on it.
Well, it's not on the American site yet, is it, Eric?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Just
not
the
yet.
Japanese.
Yeah, which I'm going to wait. I'll get it from the American
same
site.
Yeah, same here. Matt, the 93 Sakai is starting to hit people's doorsteps and everything. So that's another one that's going to be on everybody's radar for figure of the year. So, but yeah, I just think this one, the Cybot, now I think the Gappa for me are kind of like the figures of the year that are new, that are coming out this year for sure. There might be other ones that I'm just blanking on. But for new releases this year, X-plus especially, like this is one of them with the Cybot for me. So, just had a...
So far, I mean, the Cybot, I'd give it to the Cybot over MinusGoji so far. Well, you just have to understand, like, you have to understand where and you get this, Eric and Adrian, you get this about me too. To me, a big scale of how I grade things is what it's I keep wanting to say accessibility, but that's not it's our first pretty much Cybot ever. We're gonna have dozens of different Negagojis. You know what I mean? Like, so to me, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is beautiful. I love it, and I think I love the design of Negagoji and all of that, but like the Cybot, man, like this is like besides a couple model kits, like this is, and not everybody does model kits, and that's kind of like a niche of a niche of a niche type thing for collectors, because they are so complicated and you have to be very artistic to kind of do them, or know somebody that you could pay to do them. It's as expensive as collecting X-pluses. Collecting models, as you two know, is twice as expensive, 3 times as expensive, because you're buying the kit and then you got to pay to ship it to somebody to assemble it and paint it, and then you have to pay them their wages, and then you have to pay to get it sent back to you and hope that it's okay, so anyways, I'm rambling. My kind of thought process has always been like, hey, this is something we've never really got before. So like that automatically, gives it a few extra points. Just because it like, if it's the first of something, I think that is.
Well, like technically this is the first of a 30 centimeter MinusGoji.
Sure. But I just mean like we have, 3 or 4 different Bandais out already. We have the Band Presto, Negagojis out. You know what I mean? Like we have different. You can have a -1 Godzilla in your collection right now. Unless you got those models, you weren't getting a Cybot. And to me, I just think that's why. And I just think the Cybot, honestly, it looks damn good. It looks very good.
I can. Yeah.
No, go ahead, Adrian.
No, I was gonna say I completely agree with you, Joe. Because even just now, since I just opened the -1 Godzilla, I was looking at that and the Cybot. I was like, does it overtake him for figure of the year? And right now, I'm kind of like on the no fence, because, like Joe said, the Cybot 84 is just incredible. And granted, this is a beautiful piece too, and I'm super happy to have it in my collection. But just Joe's even showing it right there. That thing is just gorgeous and the perfect representation of the Cybot Godzilla that we don't have in any other line besides a model kit and now X-plus.
It really is. It's beautiful. And again, totally not trying to take anything away from the X-plus Negagoji or anything like that. But I just think the Cybot is, and also, you know what? Probably a part of it is too that yearning for so long of wanting a representation like that. You know.
Yeah,
So.
it's the stuff that we don't have that I think collectors these days are really looking for. Like, they don't want re-releases. They don't want different colorways. We want brand new, never been done suits, characters, whatever you want to do it. That's what we want nowadays. Like, that's what we want. We want the first of something new.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with the -1. I have the Ichiban -1 Goji. Love it. It's great and everything, but like where my heart lies is the 30 centimeter and above. I like the bigger scale figures. I think you can do a lot more with them. Get kind of a lot more out of them, honestly. Even though, granted, like the Ichiban Yuji Sakai is freaking fantastic for the size and everything. And honestly, I still think the Ichiban is even better than what was just teased recently, the 25 centimeter MinusGoji. I think the Ichiban is even better than what that thing looks like, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be the same size. The MinusGoji is, I think, 25 centimeter, maybe a little bit less than 25, but basically the same, honestly. And yeah, we want new. We want the new stuff. We want the stuff that want to fill those holes, fill those gaps in our collection that we don't have anymore, or not at all. You know, we've preached a lot on this show about, you know, certain lines, certain iterations of Godzilla that we really want to see, and it's just like that's the kind of stuff that's really going to get collectors and buyers to really buy it nowadays.
Well, and I think that's this year, probably more than the past several years. It seems like X-plus is giving us more newer stuff. You know, obviously, I mean, MinusGoji included, but that was kind of expected, right? I mean, I don't think anybody was shocked when we were like, "Oh, we're getting that this year," you know. But like the Gappa, you know, that's really cool. That's new. What did they say? The 93 Sakai, somebody said.
Yeah.
But we had a 93, right?
Yeah, we do. This on the Sakai line.
We do.
Yeah, so that's not really like new. We've already had.
Yeah, it's just Sakai's release of the 93 finally.
Well, King of Mons, that's new. That's exciting. I'll be honest with you. I was shocked by that. I didn't expect.
And they're bringing out in the
Monster
Arts.
Yeah,
which looks amazing.
Which I'm like, that's weird to me a little bit. Like, I shouldn't say weird, but like my spidey sense is tingling a little bit. Like, why are we getting an X-plus and a Monster Arts of that monster, and we have not heard of seen of that monster in 20 years, and all of a sudden we're getting two like big releases of it? Like, that's my spider sense is tingling a little bit, you know. Like, maybe he's gonna show back up in a show or a movie. Which would be cool, you know. Because that's I mean, honestly, or maybe this is honestly originally kind of what I thought. Besides maybe showing back up in one of the shows or a movie, was that maybe they're going to start focusing on some of the kaiju from the Ultraman movies that we have never seen in X-plus form, or you know, figure art / monster art form. Like, I mean, could you imagine like Better Eudora? Like, that would be amazing. Or Arc Belial. My personal favorite, the Eukilosaurus. Like, oh, that would be freaking amazing in X-plus form.
Yeah, exactly. Could be onto something. X-plus, just hire me.
I mean, I know what I'm talking about. Not that other guy who does a great job. Hire me.
Oh my god. All right, so yeah, so we're here talking about the MinusGoji X-plus 30 centimeter. Adrian, what are your first impressions of it, bro?
I honestly really do love it. He's a lot chunkier than I thought he was going to be 100% honest. He was not too chunky, but he's chunkier than I honestly originally imagined. And I'm trying to find the scar on the right side of his face, but I don't think they included it on this one. Which I'm very surprised they haven't, since they've done that for a lot of figures so far.
Really, you don't have the painted scar on his cheek.
It could just be the lighting in this room, because the lighting in this room is fucking I'm gonna have to take him outside to get a real good look at him, but I don't see it as of right now. And of course, these beautiful translucent blue dorsal plates are just. I'm so glad X-plus moved towards this. I would get this any day over a light up. I don't care what no one says, because these blue doors plates are so pretty.
Well, okay, so I don't mind the translucent blue spines, but let's be honest. Like, I prefer an extra figure.
Oh yeah, true.
For this kind of stuff, like could have done a Odo Island Godzilla, as a small miniature, would have been freaking amazing, and really would have put this thing over the edge. But I get it. I can agree with you that I'll go over this over the light ups, stuff like that. But a light up would be pretty cool, with the blue spines and everything. But yeah, it's just the light ups are cool for like a moment, but like you just never put them on or use them. It's just they're just kind of there, So it's just kind of like, eh. Joe, what do you think of it overall?
First impressions are kind of similar to Adrian. Definitely a chunky boy. I think in certain scenes it's one of the things that I noticed in like those big statues they were using for the promotional events for -1 before it came out.
Yeah.
In figures and in the statues, he looks super fat.
Yeah.
And I think he looks pretty fat. I think he looks fatter than what he is in the movie. But like in the movie, he doesn't seem to be this chunky. Stuff, like when he's moving and stuff, or even when he's like standing straight up. But overall, besides him kind of being a chunky boy, a big boy, like I loved it. I was impressed with it. Adrian, the cheek scar is there. It's just really hard to see if you don't have good lighting.
Yeah, I think I'm outside. I believe it.
But I love the spines. I love that translucent. I think it looks good. I do have like a couple minor nitpicks, but I'm sure we'll get into that in a minute, so I'll hold it. But overall, first impressions were very positive. I'm a fan, and I definitely think I think Robert said it in the chat that he needs to still pick it up. Robert, I would check to see if it's still available on any of the U.S. sites before you did Big Bad Toy Store, because you might be able to find it cheaper.
Yeah, and even Buyee too. If you don't want to go to US route,
yeah,
Buyee
you can get them for. I mean, they are really starting to drop on Buyee, and you can get them for a pretty decent price, honestly. So,
No.
no, he's. I literally just opened mine probably 10 minutes before we jumped on here, honestly. And my first impressions were it was gorgeous. Like,
yeah,
it's an impressive figure. It really is. I was a little worried with the face. I had seen people taking pictures of the face. It looked a little off. The eyes looked a little off. Almost like he was goofy looking, like they just weren't symmetrical and they just didn't look right. But I looked at mine, and I think mine are like dead on perfect. Like there's no like goofy eye. There's not like one that's higher than the other. It looks like they really took their time, at least on mine. Luckily that it's not too goofy looking. So pictures can really skew what the appearance of a figure really does look like until you see it in hand. Yeah, and one thing I really do love also is that his color of his skin is not your typical dark black gray look to him. It's a lighter gray, but then like his wounds are almost like a gold tint to them, so you can actually see kind of like where he was wounded and then re-healed. But I like that look because you could see it in the movie, but at the same time you couldn't, just because maybe the angles, the lighting, you really couldn't get like a good dead-on shot of him. But now, like looking at them, I love like the dry brush of like the gold on him and stuff like that. Obviously, you can see the chest really pops out and stuff like that, and you can see his wound on his cheek, from that distance. Like you can see it. It's there, and I just love that. I love that it's a little bit different color than our normal gunmetal gray, dark skin tone that we're normally used to. So I do really dig that a lot. And seeing this figure, having this figure, just confirms that this is probably my top 3 favorite designs now.
Ooh.
So.
I think that's the toughest thing I've had as far as trying to figure out this guy's where he ranks in design wise. I really do love this design. I don't know where to put it yet. I haven't figured it out yet. He can't go in my top 5. I can't kick nothing out of my top 5. And then I kick something out of my top 10. I just haven't figured out what yet.
It is leapfrogged a bunch of suits, and this one is there. Like it's right below 75 and 89. This is right there with them. So I absolutely love this look. And honestly, I cannot wait to see him go up against another kaiju. I really like that. I am like salivating over what we could get or hope that we could get, in the next Godzilla movie if Toho does another -1. Like I want to see him in action against another giant monster and really showcase how he is. Like, we already know that he's aggressive, he's mean, as Joe likes to say, visceral, and everything. But I want to see him against an enemy just as big, just as mean, and we can really get to see his potential and how mean he really is. And that's what I'm really stoked for, honestly, and hope that we get.
You know what I think would be the perfect kaiju for that? As much as I as much as I dislike the movie Godzilla Rage Again, would be perfect before Ingress again. That'd be perfect.
I absolutely agree with you. I know that you don't want to. We don't want to do a remake of Rage Again, but honestly, like, why not? Like, that movie it's not my favorite. It's one of them that I don't watch very much. But like, the fighting, it was very feral and very just animalistic. It was just, and obviously, they sped it up and everything, to really get that feel and look and stuff. But like, it looked like these things were scrapping for life and death, and I could see something like that happening with the MinusGoji and stuff like that. And if we did get an Ankyrs, honestly, and I'd honestly, I think that'd be a great first opponent for him, and it would just make a little bit more sense. We don't need to go extra crazy with bringing something else, in the picture and stuff like that, with like Ghidorah or something like that. But like, let's keep it more
grounded,
home based, grounded and everything. And let's do like another radiated dinosaur that they come into contact with each other, and it's like a territory fight or whatever. That's kind of what I want to see.
Or really, my out of this world but dream matchup would be Titanosaurus.
Well, true that. But it just makes sense if it's another like radiated dinosaur, that could go up against him and stuff like that. So, maybe in the island chain that Godzilla was made, and stuff like that. Maybe he was around there and stuff. But it would just be different and everything. So that's just what I think. But yeah, this figure is amazing. So
what about you, Joe? What do you think?
Yeah, is there anything that you want him to fight against or see? Or
I'm just trying to comprehend the fact that you think that piece of trash suit of 75 is the second.
Oh, get out of here! Get out of here!
No, honestly, I think you guys are 100% correct with keeping it grounded, keeping it more realistic, if you will, with dinosaurian type creatures, Anguirus, Rodan, Titanosaurus, Gorosaurus. You could even do very easy explanations for, Manda, Ibira, Kamacuras, Kumonga. All things that, you don't need like a super hard, in-depth plot to explain their existence type of thing. So honestly, any of those more grounded kaiju, I'm 1,000% on board with. Baragon, that'd be a cool one. Because I still don't think Baragon's ever gotten his due. He had a great role in GMK. Other than that,
and he got kind of squashed in Frankenstein Conquers the World.
Yeah, he sure did, and that was
And Frankenstein's like the stupid. Like, you think I hate Gargantuas and the Kong? I hate Frankenstein more. Mm-hmm. Like, I'd rather watch. Well, I don't know if I'd rather watch War of the Gargantuas, but I mean, like, if Baragon should have won, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's fair. I feel like Baragon should have won that too, but that's neither here or there. We'll save that discussion. I think that has an anniversary coming up soon, so we'll save that discussion.
Is there anything about this figure that you guys would like to be changed at all? Like, there's nitpicks, is there something that just doesn't hit what you think should have been done? Adrian, you want to go first?
I don't really have too many nitpicks. I mean, like I was kind of complaining about earlier, before we got on, this is a chunky ass tail stand, but I mean, this Godzilla tail is kind of like rearing a way up, so I get why we have this super chunky tail stand, but so really that's really my only complaint. Even at that, not a real bit massive one, anyways.
The tail stand is your complaint?
Well, that's exactly. I don't really have any complaints. If I had one, it would just be the tail stand, but even that's whatever.
Well, I'll add to that because I absolutely hate the tail stand. I don't think there should be any reason why we have tail stands for these things whatsoever. They are built to stand flat-footed with their tails hitting the goddamn ground. I just don't understand why we always have to have a tail stand with these things. It just, like, let's stop doing it. Make these things have the tail hit the ground and they can stand up just fine, and you can still arch the tail and everything. That's fine. I don't always like where the tail has to be levitated, out and everything. Yeah, I get it. It looks cool, but like at the same time, like it wasn't like that in the movie. Why is it going to be like that, in the figure form? One of my big nitpicks, I think, for is the actually Sakai 93. I don't like that at all. The tail is just way too high with this big old pole holding up his tail, and I was like, nope, that's they can do something different. I don't like it, and we need to get rid of these damn tail stands, honestly, because they're a pain in the butt, and you always got to balance them. Otherwise, they just look weird because they're looking up and everything. It's just, you do something different with the tail stands. And the only other thing I kind of had was the mouth. The atomic blue that's in his mouth, I thought could have been done a little bit better. It's a little blotchy, a little just kind of thrown on there. I think a little bit more like shading, gradualness kind of coming out maybe of the mouth a little bit more. I would have liked, but it's very nitpicky. Other than that, the sculpt looks amazing. The skin looks exactly like it was from the film. I love that. I love the glow coming off the spines for the, him doing his atomic breath. Yeah, like there's not much really to say bad about this. I think he's a little chunky, but not too chunky. I think it's the angles I think that we saw in the movie didn't really show like how thick he really was. Honestly, like half the movie he was in the water. I mean, so we didn't really get a good look at him. We only got, from the waist up usually. So we didn't get to see a lot of the lower portion. When we did, I think it was just angles because it was always slightly, to the side, left or right or whatever. So you didn't really get a head-on shot kind of thing. So overall, I think he's still a decent size, honestly. I couldn't complain too much about what he looks like. So, what you, Joe?
Yeah, I have two little nitpicks, two little complaints. I agree with what you guys said. I do say he's a tad on the chunker side, just a tad. But so am I. So I'm not judging.
Yeah. Same.
My wish, I wouldn't say that I don't like it, but my wish is that I wish that these spines were actually out, like when he's charging up, like the and they're coming out. You can see that the middle ones are out. Well, some of them. I wish that it was more on all the spines, all the way going back to the tail and all the way up. I do wish they were out more and it showed that more. And then my other thing is kind of piggybacking off that. This right here, I felt like was actually closer to the end of his tail in the movie. And I wish that it was out more because I liked that kind of like hook aspect. Godzilla almost has like a blade or something at the end of his tail. Like he could maybe use that as a weapon or something, but I liked that look of that hook, and I kind of wish that was there. Two little nitpicks as far as I'm concerned. I know it's not huge, but those are just two little things that I wish were more prevalent on the figure, were the spines. Love the color and all of that, but I wish that they were out, and I wish that hook at the end of the tail was there.
Mm-hmm.
No, I get it. It's kind of weird too. I'm noticing this, but you see this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That one is out, but the one behind it and above it are not.
Yeah, it's not.
It's just a random one that's out, but you saw in the movie every single one jolted out. And
yep.
So why wouldn't the other ones be that way? It's almost like this one is in the wrong place. Honestly, I think this should be moved up 2.
Yeah,
and the other 2 should be down.
Honestly, yeah, mine's like that too. Actually,
I think they might have misplaced this one, honestly, because it just looks out of place.
Well, and not only that, but and I don't even know if this is a nitpick. But does your guys' have this one? What the hell is this?
These like wings?
Yeah. The hell is? I don't remember seeing that in the movie.
Yeah, I was actually just checking that out too. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is exactly. I'm trying to look for pictures too, but I'm not finding any clear shot pictures.
I don't know what that little wing is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just something I noticed, and I was like, I don't remember seeing it. I'd have to. Maybe I was just so mesmerized by the spines going up and stuff in the movie that I never saw it. But it's definitely something I'm going to have to take a peek at.
Yeah, same.
But I get it. Like I get what you're saying. I get what you're asking for, because I mean they're giving us the atomic breath version, and that's what happens when you did the atomic breath. And on the flip side, for the standard, they should have not done that. They should have been normal, in place, and that's how you could differentiate both of them. Obviously the color, but like it would have been really cool if they did a completely different sculpt for the standard and then the Rick, honestly. So it's...
Oh yeah, it's right there. Right there.
I didn't even see it.
Go down. Go
I
down.
didn't see it either.
Adrian, you're the one controlling it.
I know.
Right there. Right before that.
Dang it, well, let me pause it. There's a gift.
Oh, okay. I thought you were pausing it already.
No, it's a gift.
Right before, right there.
Like right here, right? I guess it's hard to see because when he's charging up because of the blue, maybe.
Yeah.
But I do kind of see it.
The spine's kind of getting its way. Oh, I see him.
Yeah, I see it.
Gotcha. It's there, but you didn't even notice it until you actually have the figure in hand. You're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
didn't even know that. But it's legit. It's supposed to be there.
I wonder what that is supposed to be, out of curiosity. Godzilla -1 anatomy, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, what would your overall score out of 10 be? 10 being perfect. What would you score it as, Adrian?
I would give it a 9.5.
A what?
A 9.5.
9.5.
That's fucking high. That's like damn near.
Wow. Woo. Okay.
Is that like I mentioned before? I mean, I don't really have that many nitpicks about the figure, so I mean, I can't really. I'm not gonna give it a 10 because it's not perfect, but I think 9.5.
Yeah. Hey man, if that's what you think, that's what you think. Like that's gonna be your score. Yeah. Joe, what do you want to rank it as? 10 being best, perfect.
8.1.
8.1.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Okay. I will do. I'll probably give it like an 8.5. Like it's pretty good. Like I said, just a few nitpicks. I think the spines. I think if they were more accurate with the atomic version, I think just more screen-like, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, still overall solid figure. Honestly, it's now for what has come out new this year. Okay, and we're already in the 7th month, so we're already halfway through the year. What is your figure of the year so far, Joe? What's come out this year new? What do you think's figure of the year? Is this one on it? Is something else on it? While you ponder, Leslie puts out a good point, which is very true. Very true.
It's true.
And he says, in which that idea of the dorsal plates lighting up in sequential order was inspired from Legendary. Hopefully that'll make the gatekeeping Monsterverse haters shut the hell up. And it's true, because the Monsterverse started it first.
2014. Yep.
Thank you, Nathaniel. Thank you. 20 out of 10. That's that.
Nathaniel.
Oh, Leslie, see, I was forgetting one, and here's one that me and Joe have. Is the FSL 95. We were just talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
what figures came out this year that are like huge and big and like shocking and oh my god moment kind of thing. And yeah, the 95 is another one that is going up against the MinusGoji and the Cybot.
I'd have to give it to the 95.
That's your overall best one so far this year.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Adrian?
That's fair. I get that. That is going to be the Cybot's biggest, literal biggest competition this year.
Little biggest.
But I'm going to stick with the Cybot for now. Like I said, I do love the -1 Godzilla, but Cybot's a 10 out of 10 for me. So definitely the Cybot.
Now, if you had the 95 You've seen pictures, probably seen reviews. Would you put the 95 over the Cybot? If you had it.
See, and I'm not gonna lie, I am very impressed with the 95. It's they're neck and neck, honestly, right now. They're both extremely impressive, and I honestly don't know if I could choose one over the other. Like, if the 95 wins figure of the year, I'm not gonna be upset about it. I'll let you know that. I want the Cybot to win, but I'm not gonna be mad at the 95 wins. I'll completely understand. Just like I took the L last year with the Destroyer.
Well, I mean, that was a no-brainer. That was a no-brainer. You were going to take that L all day long, buddy. Like, that was...
Destroyer won last year, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, that light up effect on the 95 really kind of puts it out there into a different kind of realm and category, honestly, of how awesome it is, honestly. I'd probably have to go 95 for me right now, honestly, too. I don't see much, honestly, beating it this year. And I think it's going to be another one of those FSL Black Dragon wins, for figure of the year, honestly, with their release. So, but this is close. I would probably give the Cybot just the edge over the MinusGoji, just because, like you said, Joe, like it's like the first accessible figure we've been able to get of the Cybot outside of model kits that are a lot older now, a lot more expensive, and everything just harder to find. We just don't have anything of that. Yes, we did get a soft Fubi of it a couple years ago from Unraku and Saku, which was nice, but like other than that, like it's just not readily available, honestly. So, and it's perfect. Like, it's MM28 always is top notch. What they did with that kit was just amazing, and X-plus translated it into vinyl like perfectly. So it's pretty impressive. So, but yeah, probably the FSL 95 for me too, honestly.
That is the only thing that's really going to give the 95 issues, is how inaccessible the Cybot was before X-plus release. So that's why it's going to be a lot closer. It's going to be probably the more competitive figure of the year discussions we'll have that we've had for the last few years, actually.
I just want to point out something, so I'm not the only one that says this.
Whatever, Leslie. I saw it.
Leslie, I say the same thing. Adrian changes his mind to whoever talked to him last.
Ever.
Oh gosh.
It's the truth.
Well, yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about or say before we sign out of here? About the MinusGoji X-plus 30 centimeter.
Yeah, I think this is going to be our last stream before G-Fest, right?
It sure is. Wait, no.
Yeah. No.
No. We got one more. We all got one more.
We have Jeff.
Yep.
We're recording that, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, we are. Oh, yeah, we are. Never mind. We can still plug it, though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, okay. We are interviewing Jeff.
Damn it, Joe. Oh,
I'm just saying what Eric said. No, we got Jeff Gomez coming on for an interview that we're actually going to. For those of you that don't know, he is a part of Transmedia. Oh gosh, I don't have it written down. He's a part of a company called Transmedia, and he also works with the Ultraman, the Connection. He helps with, I believe, the marketing and licensing of the Ultraman products, as well as license with movies and such. He had a hand in Ultraman Rising, which, side note, if you guys have not seen on Netflix, is a fantastic film, super fun. good, wholesome family. You don't got to worry about anything rude or crude or anything like that. It's a great film. So yeah, we're going to be talking to him next week. However, we are going to be recording that interview and releasing it on a later date because of his time schedule. He's a very busy man. He is the CEO of a company that works with. This man has been involved with is a major Hollywood player. He's not just an Ultraman guy. He's a major Hollywood player and has worked on some major Hollywood films. So he's a very busy guy. So due to his schedule, we can't record until 11 a.m. our time. Most of everyone's still going to be at work, so we're not going to go live. We're just going to record it and then ship it off to be released at a later date. Probably, I don't know, I would assume a weekish, within a week of that, maybe even a couple days, depending on what we decide, right, Eric? I mean,
yeah.
Yep. Going further into the future, we do have on July 16th, stop me now if you think I'm going to jinx ourselves, Eric. 3, 2, 1. Okay. He doesn't want me to say it. I think it'd be cool. I mean, he did commit.
Go ahead. Say it.
All right. So we're interviewing David Fielding, the man who played Zordon in the original 6 seasons of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TV show, which is going to be super exciting. Kind of continue to branch out our Power Rangers division. We have a interview with Rick Schick from a few weeks ago, and now the man that chose those legendary teenagers with attitude. We will be talking to David Fielding, and I can't wait to ask him his opinion on, because it's fascinating. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but his work, he literally only worked for a couple days on Power Rangers. They just reused the same face, the same movements of his face or whatever, and just recycled it. I don't think he knew a lot of people until years later when the convention started happening. So I'm interested to kind of pick his brain to, know, because like I said, I don't think he worked with any of the Rangers and stuff. I know him and Austin make a lot of appearances together. So I'm excited to, just ask him what his relationship, or his first part of the relationship was with the Rangers, having not really worked with them. So, but yeah, should be a good time. Anything else I'm forgetting, Eric? No. All right. We're all going to G Fest. We hope to see you guys all there. Gonna be recording some content there. That'll be fun. Probably go skinny dipping in the parking lot with an inflatable pool.
Leslie will bring the ones.
It was Leslie's idea. I hope he'd be there.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course it was Leslie's idea.
Yeah.
Bare feet and all.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all do see us when we're on G Fest, and you do have some cool stuff that you want to show off, definitely stop us, and we definitely get you in our video for that. So be on the lookout.
Make sure everyone's checking the socials and stuff. We'll have announcements probably throughout G Fest of stuff we want to record, and maybe, I don't know. Sorry, go ahead, Eric.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, just find us at G Fest. We are gonna be there, us three, some others from the MWA crew, and it's just gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, we are gonna be recording a lot of content, talking with people, and yeah, get you on the channel, and everything, kind of do like a compilation with people that we meet, talk to, maybe a series of, what did you buy at G Fest, talking to different buyers, collectors, whatever, and see what they bought at G Fest, and just different things, that we're going to try new and stuff like that here on the channel and stuff. So yeah, if you like our content, please subscribe to any of the socials and the YouTube channel, so you don't miss anything that we drop and stuff like that. So, and yeah, just come say hi to us. You'll probably see us. Most of us are over 6 feet tall. So we are not hard to
We're all
miss.
over 6 foot, 300 pounds. You're not going to miss us.
Yeah, you're not going to miss us. The giants walking down the hallways, but I swear we are gentle giants. We do not bite, and we love talking to people.
Unless you want us to.
And then
ignore my resting bitch face. I will have it on at first.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's not always animated, but he's a good guy. And then check out each of our reviews probably coming up. I know Adrian's going to do one. I'm going to do one. Joe's already done one. He did unboxing earlier, so go check out his YouTube channel at Married to Kaiju. Adrian, Godzilla Train 1090, and of course me, Bearded Kaiju. Check us out for our reviews and stuff like that if you want to see more and what we talk about this particular figure. It's a great figure overall. I think we all kind of scored it over an 8 or higher out of 10. So I think that's kind of a very solid number, honestly. But yeah, and then just check us out on any of our socials for sure. Like I said, check us out on our personal review channels. And say hi to us at G-Fest too.
Yeah. Thank you, listeners with attitude, for tuning in to the #1 Godzilla Tokusatsu anime podcast vidcast in the world.
Oh, hell yeah!
we are, I can't even really, we're small, but we're not as small as we used to be. We're growing. We're growers, not showers. So, remember that. Yeah.
With that note, thank you everybody for tuning in and just kind of sitting through our rambling with this new figure and stuff. And be on the lookout for our reviews and for any other new content going to be hitting the Monsters with Attitude YouTube channel and Facebook group. So with that, we will say goodnight, and Adrian, take us out.
And of course, everybody's opinions matters, good, bad, or indifferent. But at the end of the day, just remember to always embrace